thoughts, Dwight? Does all of our analysis go out the window now that we've seen this?
Yeah, this is a surprising one, to think that it's actually Heroic, the ones that ban out Inferno to go over to this map. And look, them starting on the T side, look like they want to go for an early contact out from mid. Glock just flying through, the opening man advantage being found.
Straight up and out here for the T side to gain that man advantage, trying to see if they can get the opening start here. Showtime does have at least a trade or two available in him, making it a 3K overall. Big stuff for Imperial to trade to the 4 versus 2.
What a lockout coming through from that donut area out from the CT side. 3 kills overall to come out from Showtime. And for a Heroic, they had the pace in. They do have a bit of a lurk out towards the B side. So if they could shift that bomb over, or at least pull it as a bit of a fake, they could still work in this 2v4.
Yeah, trying to hold presence as Refresh tries to find ways in with that bomb on his back. Shush has got to try find some sort of way to support it here. CTs are pushing a little bit close, but Shush lands on one more good frag. Can he get a trade? Unable to actually get the frag against him. Refresh comes forward to get ZQK over on the A site. So 2v2, Heroic have kind of brought this back, but they're still a little bit further away from getting control.
And Heroic are in a position where they're just starting to bait the CTs. Imperium are thinking to themselves, is it going to be the play out towards A over to B? And the bomb's just staying here out from Temple. And for Imperial, they're making the wrong read, Jay. They're slow walking back out towards the back lines, in towards B.
I'm thinking it might be the B play here as they just go back the back halls. Don't see anything whatsoever of Heroic. It's just a matter of time before this bomb goes down. They're stalling for time, clearing out all their positions, and just walking up from main. Bomb plant should be secured here as Refresh just keeps his eyes on the CT spawn just in case they are coming forward that position. But in the end, we rotations inbound from Imperial. They realize they're on the retake.
Coming quickly up lane in from mid, but Shush is going to be the first point of contact. And he sees the info straight away, but he gets dealt with quickly.
And USP to dome him now. Refresh got all the work to do. 3K clutch up for him. He's here by sets of footsteps. You should see Showtime has seen the second player as well. Wraps around. Headshots land on the first man, not towards the second though. And the pistol will go the way of Imperial.
Nicely done from the City side overall. Shao being able to win out that clutch, but you've got to look at Showtime being the element that really needed to step up for the City side. 4 kills coming out overall. You could see how quickly Shush wanted to try and cut those rotations off in the mid position. And for Imperial, the team that is looking to try and upset the underdog team, they get off to a very good start here on CT.
Part of the reason why I want to pick into this particular map up to throw a bit of a curveball in this one. In the works, the Heroic setup, and it didn't quite go as well for them as a result here in the pistol. Great way in. Imperial now scouts out on the buyback. Of course, Heroic got the bomb plant, so they'll be on the force buy and playing into the B defaults here. Acadian going to lead that charge out of B doors. Molotov's inbound and will suppress from the main entrance.
Just that single anchor being played out towards the A side, still quite aggressively taken by Showtime. And for Heroic, they're just waiting for an early push to come through from the long position, try and see if they can force out any CT aggression. But in the meanwhile, they're just slow clearing out all of these angles.
Face in from fast in, dealt with by Cadian on his kill. 4 HP for him though. Got to pass that AK off to a teammate, knowing that he's done as much as he can do here. Still very slow and careful from Heroic. CTs are pushed all the way up mid as a result of their passiveness. You can see Fur on the minimap trying to extend the round against them. How much can he find?
Yeah, the stand-in coming out for Imperial just to try and help them out. And he's in a very good position in which he can keep pushing forward, getting more information being gathered. Showtime's just jiggle peeking, and Fur is clearing out this lane position, gathering info, but they don't know about Cadian just yet.
It's going to flash out, try and contain him. Is seen by Fur in the end. That shot comes through and he tries to make his way in from short. Doesn't see anything though. The SMG is Showtime's going to hold off against them towards the A site. In they come from main. Shush still gets the kill regardless. 4 versus 3 now as the bomb should be passed off to get the secured. The retake will be on for Imperial. Scout ZQK can't quite find a pick.
This is a very difficult position for the City side. They need to get a bit of a pick back. And actually that bomb gets dropped. More kills start coming in and Tessus is the last one left.
Heroic just stalling here, and suddenly it gives the breathing room that the CTs need to get back in control. TSS will take the scout play, but now got to find the next 2 M4s. Wrapping around the corner, Shao gets the triple, and Imperial get their second.
And they're looking quite comfortable here on the City side, Jay, really showing up what they have to offer. And for Heroic, maybe just a little bit of dilly-dallying going down on towards the A side, rather than just getting that bomb down straight away in the 4 versus 3. They keep looking to try and take some fights, and as soon as that bomb gets dropped, Heroic just start losing so much so quickly.
Yeah, back down to the pistols here for the Heroic camp. Tech 9s, P250s, the Eagles and Glocks. Not a lot to work off of. Maybe a rush tactic into the B site. Zhao's gonna be ready for it with the nades up. Down a wrap they go, and they will take a player out for it. Damage being done, but a crossfire locks Zhao to get his 3K. In involved with 2 picks of his own right, again pushing up towards the mid control, grabbing the heroic players pretty effectively and dealing with the eco. Nice and efficient. Imperial, a fantastic start for them so far.
Looking good, looking really, really good. And this is obviously going to be sort of the eye test, really, Jay, to see how many of these teams have really started putting the practice into this new map of Ancient, or have just let it float in the veto, trying to be a little bit sneaky. Heroic, at least for them, getting back onto the rifles. We'll have AKs across the board, full util sets. No AWP investments come out from either team just yet.
You got to remember as well for Heroic, they're the team that decided to play this map up. They had the last ban, so gonna have a basis to work off of here. Again, pushing up mid for first. So hyper-aggressive. He tries to get to elbow. He is seen by Testes instead out of window. Kill found, easy. Nice opening frag, but Fasting trades back, refresh at the doors, and is gonna be traded back by Stown.
You could see how Imperial just wanted to take the fight to them, gather at that early mid control, and Chow might be on for a little bit more.
The corner slowly, seeing the AD face of Stown, wrapping a corner, doesn't find the kill. Caden and Stown still holding their positions. SMG is Showtime, last thing standing, does find Testes at least, and Stown again, very low HP, but 13 HP for himself. That's the kill to come in from Cadian. And that's the first round of the board of Heroic at last.
One element that's kind of interested me here, Jay, is that we haven't seen a lot of executions from the T side. It's been very default heavy to come out from Heroic. In some of the last previous professional games that we saw in ACA Premier, it was very much execution basis rather than really running the clock down. So Heroic just trying to maybe get their own meta onto things on the T side so far.
The AKs up against the M4s here for the second big gun round, I should say. A bit more of a bonus round there for Imperial in the previous one, but true rifles across the entire board. Look at the aggression coming in towards the cave position instead of the mid face. Might be something else to catch off the Heroic side. I'm seeing a lot of aggression from the CT forces as of late, and definitely looks good for them. There are a couple lines that can be opened up, especially into the A play.
A nice volley out towards the position to force the AWP off angle, and that just allows the CT setup of the crossfire just to be dismantled, really. Allow that first swing to come in. Shao falls really early on, and ZQK is just looking for a bit of a pit back.
Flashed that position, however, so we can't make his way through that doorway. Push forward, but can't see anything. Still, Fastin's gonna try to take the onus of the aggression with the M4. The AK sees the shoulder bait, tags him in said shoulder. ZQK does find his pick finally on the B side, so it will be a 4 versus 4. But Shush is starting to make a rotation happen towards Donut, and it's only third to contest against him past this smoke. Can he find an off angle here alongside Showtime on the crossfire? Smoke's all clear. Shush going to be seen. Cadian gets caught as well. Big shooting from them.
And even the wrap coming through from the lane position. Fastin's got a perfect timing. Testes, though, is starting to bring this back. The bomb is in their control, or at least they can see it from here, and they know where Fur is.
Raise for AWP closer. ZQK trying to find angle. Testes gets Fur back to now within 1. And ZQK brings it to a 1v1. Testes will have to get the ace if he wants to maintain this one. It's that bomb plant trying to force ZQK out of position. The AWP trying to push forward, trying to catch off the shot, and he connects it in the end. A little bit quicker to the quickscope. He finds the 4th round for Imperial.
And for ZQK, we mentioned it in the interview there from Peacemaker, their new coach. He's been a guy that's been around for a really long time in the Brazilian scene. And just what an impact player he's been since picking up the AWP. This was the first time we've seen the AWP investment coming in. Heroic really brought that back. There were some big disadvantages going their way after a lot of early picks started coming in, but the clutch to come through, 4-1 up. This is a very good start, and an XM actually coming through from Shao.
All right, shotgun basis. Let's see how this goes with. I mean, there's a lot of tunnels and very close range positions, but shotguns can work on this map. Something we can theory craft about a little bit here in this one. Standard rifles will still be out for both sides. Of course, Heroic's having 2 Galils in thanks to the loss of the round. AWP Acadian will try and face forward towards the A site. Try to get the entries out at A main, but very passive from Showtime as he falls back out and tries to call for backup in the end of the back. Stab Third does catch one player back at T-spawn, and Imperial just utilizing this aggression so well. Showtime with the M4 on site does see Testes on the boost, get a secondary pick, and a double, not quite a triple. Cadian finds the trade, but now needs to get back up and the bomb plants.
Yeah, that support's just coming in so damn slowly. Katie now playing out for the temple position. Can't really afford to get this bomb down. Instead, just time wasting's got to come through, and Fur just knows.
Around that corner, he's not going to take face. Cadian's got the bomb so far pushed up as well. He's got to fall back to the site, and it has allowed the CT players to get themselves set up ready for this exit out position. You can see he's got to challenge them directly. Here in Donut, looking back at Temple. 50 seconds through the clock, Cadian's just going to cross back. But he can't secure the bomb plant. The site's so open, they're going to have to try and continue the play.
Gonna actually sort of fake them a little bit. Now, ZQK has got eyes on the site and out to that temple area, not quite seeing anything. They're gonna fake that they're leaving A, try and draw the rotations away.
Just heard those small sets of footsteps, however, no one's actually going towards the B site. Farsin's gonna start the rotations, however, the CT forces. He's the only player that goes out that angle. Refresh. Try facing against ZQK. His shot lands though. Cadian again got to ace clutch it. He just about gets the bomb down, but Farsin quick there to find the frag on him. Money bonus here for the CT, for the T side, I should say. For the 5th round for the CT is heroic. Their first outing on Ancient is not looking great.
No, it really isn't. And when you compare the rankings on the ESL World Rankings, we know that Heroic are ranked 2nd, just behind Gambit, and Imperial J are 69th in the world. That is way down the rankings as being sort of the weakest ranked or the lowest ranked team in the entire IEM summer competition. And you look at that and think, well, hang on, how are they currently up? A lot of aggression on the CT side. Just see that play coming through from Fur, like we're seeing that early util by the smoke and the molly, down from that elbow position from the bottom of mid, and even moments where they press the issue even further and continue taking more map control away.
And that's the thing, right? It's always been about the map control from Imperial. They've always pushed up virtually every single round, whether that be through cheat or whether that be through mid and elbow. Every single time we are seeing at least one CT member just aggress very far forward against Heroic, and they're getting these picks for it. They're able to catch off some sort of advantage, some sort of trade. Something goes the way of Imperial every single time they push up for the CT side, and this map is leaning itself to CT aggression pretty well. How do Heroic counter it? Can they counter it is the question in my mind. Smokes up Incendiaries down initially to start things off to the mid control, forcing in Heroic, going to burn. Shush is going to burn Tesses 7 HP from death.
Lights.
The AK is leaning in fast in. Moving through the B doors again to aggress. They're drawing all their attention up towards window. Look at Chow. Here with the AKs, Fasting just going to continue wrapping all the way around to them. They've got to be held out towards mid. The CT should at least call this much information in.
And they should have no idea. Like, at least Refresh is looking at the backstab, but it all just comes down to the timing. Fast in, is he going to get checked? He does. That brings it back to a 4v4 now.
Look at the pixels, the difference between Fur and the rest of the T side, though. They are held back. Orpin as AQK takes his face and now sees at least one player, maybe two. I'd imagine it probably would be closer to two. Stan looks in as the AK Chow. He's ready to find Tesses, gets his frag in. Cadian with the Molotov, trying to drive him away. Spray continues at a CT play. He's got further backing up the smoke down to suppress, and Heroic will not be allowed to aggress. ZQK are also the same here. Stan finds that kill back on him. Can't get Showtime though. He wins that fight, grabs the AWP and backs away.
For Refresh and Cadian, they've got to come up big here. Nice little play aggressively through mid. That's getting in the backlines of the city spawn, but you've got to wonder, where do they go with this? Split into A? Looks like it's going to be the right call, and they may even get the backstab of Showtime.
Oh, he's ready. No, he's not. Cadian, oh, you can see what he wants here. Knifes out. Showtime's such low HP as well. He just goes for the shot in the head instead. 2v2 is the bomb. Can get planted here in Heroic, playing the mind games, playing the flank game. Refresh trays back Fur, and it's all left to Chow to do everything here in a 1v2.
Got to see another clutch coming in for the Brazilians, and for Heroic, this looks a little bit more comfortable. 1v2, Jewel coming out for the donut position. Refresh taking a little bit of early damage, but they know exactly where Chow is.
How does it go about this? Orpin, ready for the shot. Cadian does not miss. It's the second round to the board of Heroic. Will it continue to start to spiral up here? Was there going to be a round streak here from the T side? Possibility given the money state of Imperial, but with the way that they've been playing these rounds, the playstyle could very easily aid a force buy.
Yeah, just force it up. Know that a couple of players are not quite on double eco exactly, but they're low on money. And knowing that they're only on single round loss bonus, buy it up. Just try and see if you can force the issue. And for Heroic, even their buyback, it's going to see a Galil up for Stown.
SMG's in for Showtime and Fur. So they are going for the force up here for Imperial. Flashes over from Stown, trying to get the entries to the B site. Fastin still waiting. Ready for contact here at the close quarters position, but unable to see anybody from Heroic. They're being very careful here.
That's such a difficult angle, this whole like cave position, because there's so many close quarter angles for the Deagle to do stuff like that. 2 kills in for Farsin.
I think he just got a collateral headshot right there. That's massive. 2 AKs now in his hands, one of which has been picked up for him. Bomb plant will be secured towards the B site. Sprays through the banger position for Fastin. Can't quite catch the kill though. Gonna have to let it go for a retake.
Yeah, Showtime's got a bit of a backstab in, a little bit of util to work with, but Refresh wants to take some jewels.
Bin scouting, I should say. Shot down by Shush. Cadian's real AWP finds on Fastin, and now Showtime and Fur left alone. Cadian caught off, does miss his shot back the AWP. A smoke will go down towards the bomb position itself, but the CTs have got to cross back. Refresh and Shush gonna get Molotov'd out. Showtime still falls. Fur's been seen, and Shush makes it 3 for Heroic as well.
What a start that was for Imperial on that force by the Deagle, being able to get a 2-for-1, be able to recover one of those AKs, but just not following up. Really good post plant in from Heroic. You can just see the way in which they want to continue getting man advantages, try and pull the numbers back in their favor, taking quite a lot of those jewels quite deep on the B side in the back halls, and a position now for Heroic where they can start getting a little bit more comfortable on T side.
Deagles and USPs in for the eco now. Heroic might have gotten the awkward start, but now they're starting to look like the team that the favourites here. Ripping apart all pistols in the mid-control stand with 3, Tessus with 2. Now forward the board of Heroic, 1 round to separate the 2 squads. The buyback is inbound here for the CT side.
I do notice as well from Heroic, a lot of smokes being landed straight away from spawn up towards that top mid position. That's something that Imperial were doing a lot in the early portion of this first half, is just getting quite aggressive up from mid, not really allowing Heroic to get much map control in the early portion of the round, but it seems like Heroic have now finally found a bit of a counter to that one.
And we default into the ramp position here at the B side. They're already through the doors here, Heroic. Find their ways in, and again, the CT's looking to aggress from the sidelines. Cadian has started to walk out towards the side, but it might not matter if Tessus gets caught here with the bomb on his back. Does find Chow at least. Rotation still coming back. Cadian's got to find the likes of ZQK and Showtime, though.
Yeah, just bring that bomb back in for T-Sport over to the A side. I have no idea how Cadian was just able to walk out from main, get a really easy pick, and Showtime's going to think to himself, what the hell? How is someone behind me?
And the M4 and mid-control gets caught by Shush on his own frag, and now 2 left here for the CT forces. Probably best to save their weapons, I'd imagine. Yeah, back up on the B side, that's where they're going to go. Heroic now using Imperial strats against them. They tried to push forward and take T-side map control, and they just wrapped all the way through spawn. The backstab inbound, and Imperial just kind of falling apart there. Even the entries towards that B angle still went the way of Heroic.
It was just a bit of a read, whether it comes down to just reading the play or just hearing some of the utility and knowing the setup there for Imperial. No one out on A, and that was probably one of the first times I've actually seen the bomb site being completely open from the start of the round rather than later on when they've received some sort of information or some sort of call.
Imperial may have found the early start, but Heroic gonna find the early equalization. 5-all to the board. They're being hunted as well. Imperial have got to hold on to these M4s because they're out of money. Flashes forward, Refresh takes the face. Fur doesn't find the kill back behind Tree. Shush gets the trade back on Fastin though. Fur is left alone to try and hold himself back here outside of B. Does get another good pick. Oh, the York misses its shot. So the M4 just stays in. Damage has been sustained by Heroic, but Imperial should be down to eco.
Yeah, nicely done for the hunt there for Heroic. They don't deal with all of the players, but only leaving one M4 in play means that the buy around it is going to be quite limited. And now an opportunity for Heroic to sort of turn this synchronization of rounds into a bit of a lead now. Gotta wonder for Imperial, when do we start seeing them maybe play a little bit more passive on the sides rather than hyper-aggressive like they have done?
Molotov's in with the Deagles out. Imperial awkward buy status here. P250 is OQK. And the M4 of shots in will land towards Shush's part. Showtime again, going to aggress down towards main, but doesn't get frags on anybody, just tags up against him and his opposition.
A bit of a gamble stack really coming out from Imperial, making sure that mid and B is pretty much open. Now even looking to get a little bit more aggressive in towards sort of the donut position, try and see if they can take some fights out from mid, but Heroic are giving them a lot of respect right now, not really getting aggressive on their own front.
Yeah, realizing Imperial, if they're going to be doing one thing here on an eco round, it would be to go for the aggression. Knowing that M4 somewhere out there as well, so got to be careful not to run straight into Fer and let him mow you down. Walking into the mid position now that they've tried to find out a main. And in the back lines, the CT players will try and rotate towards the B site as well. They realize that there could be an execution inbound, but Heroic pressing in towards A. Farston's going to get that one kill. See that bomb as well.
No, you'd think the CTs would be on rotate a little bit quicker, but still taking a little bit of time. Fer quite deep with the M4. Players still starting to get into position, and Heroic pretty much just taking the A site now.
TSS finds Fer. M4 now drops. Good effort there to try to find the backstab in. Catch them off guard. It's down. Gets rid of the backstab player. Showtime. AWP is picked up by ZQK. Gets another good pick in for the CD side. Now that M4 is in hands, he's heard one player to his right-hand side. Shush is low HP. Oh. Turning away at the wrong moment. 2 versus 2. Can Imperial go for this here? Molottov's in. Oh, Refresh loses the fight. TSS heard. AWP got a face away from. Nades back. 9 points of health. TSS flashed out of angle. I think that bomb's not even planted for him either. Gonna continue with the flashes over. Tapped once. Blinds of ZQK. The AWP doesn't take face. Someone's got to stick the bomb defuse right now. They've got 10 seconds to it. One good spray. Lands on one man. AWP not forced off. Still sticking it for ZQK. And TSS just holds the trade for his own 4K with a 6th round for Heroic.
Oh, what a ridiculous post plant coming through from Heroic there in that 1 versus 2. You can see that Xiao and ZQK just trying to work together on that one. They don't have a kit, so they think to themselves, right, we'll just get onto this bomb, hope that we can get that trade, and it just doesn't happen at all. The hunt comes in for Stown, just getting there at the right time, and for Imperial, that's got to be heartbreaking because that round was really theirs, but Heroic snatched it away.
Stole it from the clutches, but that almost was a steal there for the CT side. So much work. Chow in with a frag on Refresh, 5 on 4. AK wrapping up for TSS. Down getting involved with his own frag back here. Katie and TSS get their kills together. And in the end, Heroic just swamp Imperial on the B defensive. All left to Showtime, who lines up 2 sprays again. 2 versus 1. Quadra up for him.
Putting on a little bit of a show, not being able to get that angle up towards a pillar angle. At least putting that molly down, going to force TSS out to the open, but misses the opportunity to strike.
How does he play for here? Does he want to go for the retake? He's got no kit and no smoke. How passive Heroic are being. He's got to go so far forward to force the fights against him. Smoke on position, picked up in the end. It'll allow him to cross, but he can't find the players. Can't see the bomb either. Switching out to another M4, and that Incendio should do it. No time for Showtime to go for it. Got to fall back, save the M4. AK actually might get hunted here to the back lines. Oh, 2 players to line up. He gets the frag on TSS. Doesn't win the fight against Katie, and he gets caught up on the box as well. He does go with the bomb explosion, though, so Heroic take all 5 players down and win the 7th round.
This streak is starting to get out of control. Like, you look at the scoreline and think, it's only a 2-round lead, but really for Heroic, this is 6 rounds in a row in which some of the rounds have looked pretty convincing in the post plants. Imperial doing some decent damage in the earlier mid-rounds, but it just seems like in terms of the retakes, just not really being able to get the goods together. Another eco investment going for them. Showtime's at least got a little bit more money behind him to invest in towards an MP9, but Pistol's up for everybody else.
P250s and Deagles, SMG for Showtime. Heroic quickly storming the A site. Oh, can Showtime get out of this? Not much. Shush immediately in with the entry frag. Straight to the head, domes him. Finds the 5 versus 4 and the 5 versus 3 on Refresh, who follows up to the backstabbing players of the CT forces. Farston does get 1 good shot on Stown. Imperial, just ripped apart here. Bomb plant to be secured by Heroic. And this should be an 8th round of the T-side board.
Just hoping for a bit of extra damage, but even that just doesn't really come in. Another quadra kill, and this is being something that we've noticed quite regularly over the course of this T-side. Maybe not so much the same individual having a huge round, but we're seeing quadras come out from a lot of different players right now.
Heroic of individual prowess to allow them to get up to this position. Imperial, however, has shown that they can do some damage in this one. They just need to find that confidence again. Been 7 rounds in a row for the T-side line, so when is there going to be a return for the Brazilian camp? Cadian facing Fur. Also, Fasting going to start moving forward again to try and aggress. Oh, nice cheeky boost here. Wonder if they can see anything of the T-side. No one's aggressed at the moment.
Yeah, Shao might just get overwhelmed. AWP seen the shadow at the edge of the pillar, and now it just means the CTs have got to strike in. Fasting at least gets that 1 kill, but B, it's completely open.
Yeah, look at how far Cadian's extended to the back lines as well. ZQK caught off to the 4 versus 3. Heroic should get the bomb picked up, planted towards that B site. Fasting and Fur. Trying to be the place to hold off and try and deny some sort of plant back, but I imagine with the utility in place, just a case of waiting for the T-side players to get that planted. They've got plenty of time. Imperial have not got any room to breathe.
Do they just start spamming through these smokes, hoping they can get a little bit lucky? HE going quite deep into refresh his position. That even dunks down to 39.
Shush finds Fasting now. Leave it to 2 players of Imperial. Even though they have dunked on refresh, they won't dunk on anybody else, it seems, and won't get any more frags out of this. Maybe Fur could sneak in. Actually, he's got smoke in the defuse kit. They've left the B site entirely.
Oh,
will he
no.
act? What's he going to do? Come on, Fur. Come on, go for it. He's moving. Cadian is going to catch him. Oh, he'll get the kill. But to see how far Heroic had overextended, that was a seriously good chance for that M4 to steal it away from them. Not to be in the end. Showtime will capture an exit frag. Not to, though. Loses the AWP. And Heroic take 9 into the force buy for round 15.
That was a good attempt. A very good attempt there from Fur. And even for Heroic, even though the majority of players leave that bomb side, at least Cadian's got just the eye to be like, okay, time's low, just in case. I'm going to be keeping an eye out for this bomb in case a cheeky ninja defuse comes through. 9 on the board for Heroic. What surprised me is the lack of tactical pauses from Imperial after this monster of a streak.
Now, I'm surprised they haven't taken one at all here, just to decide where they want to go about this. Maybe they think the T-side is the best. I mean, they're playing a very aggressive style, so in theory, it can work for the T-side half. Especially with how Heroic are also trying to force the issue. Imperial, however, set up with the M4s, the SMGs, the Scouts. One for Mars left in, 12 for Fur. With this setup, they're not going to go aggressive. In fact, they've got no defense to be at all. If they walk out through ramp or main, then that's just going to be a bomb plant.
Oh, Cadian pushing through a smoke. Right on the other side is going to be that MP9. Tessus, don't tell me he's going to do the same thing. There's so many CTs behind these smokes.
I hope not. I mean, given how many times Imperial have waited behind these smokes, you would hope the Heroic will find an adjustment, but Showtime adjusts against the back line, swings back on Stown as well, drops the AWP and the bomb. A 4 versus 2, Fasting ready for Shush in the boost spot. And now it leaves all to refresh in the last man standing scenario. Bomb so far out, ZQK is watching him, they know exactly where he is. Showtime will creep closer just in case he wants to watch out the other side of the mid entrance, but the AWP, or the scout I should say, will see him, and Showtime will find the frag. A 6th round for Imperial to close out the half, but 9-6 favors Heroic overall. Heroic just barely leading here on their first Ancient play. And Imperial did give them a bit of a run for their money on the CT side. Now going into their T half is where this playstyle of taking a lot of map control could really play into their hands. Heroic have got to account for everything now as the double flash smoke to set up a shush over on the CT defensive. No kit for them. Imperial have the P250 on ZQK with the utility in play. And very early they make their way into the B site. Is this going to be a rush tactic?
And now the CT start backing off.
Don't check the corners, ZQK does adjust towards it here. The USP is down, not quite ready for it. Refresh gets one good headshot, Kaelin on the crossfire, a little bit closer towards them. Gets himself two, Shush makes one, and ZQK finally gets a couple of trades. But 3 kills to his name, now he needs to get the full-blown ace here. He's the only player to have fragged for Imperial so far in the pistol round. Can he get any more out of this? Tags the 1 HP, apparently not. Test secures the final frag, and Heroic secure the pistol.
There was so much firefight so early on because both teams were kind of rushing the same area. We could see the CT side wanted to get up close into that lane position, take the fight straight away, ended up falling back. They did get that opening kill onto Stown, but the USP crossfire was too strong to deal with. Heroic just continue their streak forward now.
Deagles and P250s being the best weapons they have from Imperial. No bomb plant, no buy. They want to go relative eco here. This one out against the Heroic camp with the FAMASs and the SMGs, a standard 2 AUGs as well for Heroic, indicating that they don't even want to waste any potential in terms of the SMG money farm. They just want to get this round over and done with, establish their 11th, and go forward to the gun rounds with some decent starts.
A nice little re-smoke on the timing there for the city side, and just down, just getting info as much as he can. But there is a boost in play to deal with this over-aggression. At least they smoke off the doors.
Utility ready for refresh. The nades coming in. Showtime, ZQK, and Fast are stacked up together over at the main entrance towards A site. Trying to get that boost up towards the B entrance, but still nothing seen of the aggression. There was one CT player that did push forward. He's not going to go past doors.
And they've got no util, so they can just try bomb rushing out towards the A side, but it's going to be difficult to get that plant in, especially with a couple of defenders with util at the ready.
30 seconds from Arsa and SMG just waiting. ZQK watching, being caught off by Shush. Good kill. Showtime next to face. Will get Shush to return. SMG back on refresh. Will put a nade back there instead, and Showtime will drop next. SMG frag for the secondary kill. Does get found here, and AUG here to support it as well. Third frag for refresh. And he gets the fourth with the USP as well. Eco cleaned up. Rifles inbound from Imperial.
Yeah, looking to try and see if they can strike back quickly. Not investing a massive amount that last round. Nice little opening deagle shot coming in from Showtime. And really, if you were to look at anyone on the Imperial side that's really been impressive, it's probably going to have to be him, right? 19 kills to his name, a lot of multi-frag rounds. Seemed like he was the guy to really bail them out in a lot of situations, but even though he's their highest fragger, they need rounds here.
The incendiaries and nades coming in. Cadian get out towards that mid-control very early here for the CT side. No one's going to challenge him directly, though. Imperial, again, just splitting away from the mid positions. They tried that mid-rusher in the pistol round, didn't. Hoping that something forces forward here for the T side.
And notice how Imperial aren't fighting aggression with aggression. Like, the cities are just taking this map presence. Bit of a boost even coming out for Cadian to look out towards a lane position. AUG does get spotted by the AK, though.
Straight in on Cadian. Frag has been found. He's tagged to 2 HP though for Fastin, so there's trade potential available. And past this smoke, refresh is going to be heard. And as the smoke fades, the T-side players will try force forward. They're unable to connect a kill though. Unable to connect to much damage, in fact. Smoke's in. Shush going to watch out. Fur and Showtime continue pressing up to the mid position. Showtime's AK will be seen by refresh, but he doesn't fire. Taking way too long to react to it. And it's a 5v3 from Imperial.
A beautiful duel coming in, and there's a bit of a moment where A is sort of open. You've got a little bit more of a lean out towards this B site and mid. Yeah, Heroic have just got to rely on the bit of the gamble, and Fur is just clearing out A, saying, guys, we might have to bring this bomb back over.
Showtime catches down. Third kill in the round. AUG and TSS can line up a couple of decent picks, especially on Fastin, who's such low HP. Showtime overwhelmed by Shush. Fastin trades back. It's all left to Shush down on the Heroic camp. 1 versus 3. Backstab in. As Fur does get the kill after Shush puts an aid up towards the likes of Fastin. 7 rounds to the board of Imperial, though. They win, and that's the bottom line.
I have seen a lot of lurks from the T side, especially when a lot of executions come in. I guess with so much distraction being pulled, it does allow a lot of map presence in. You just see that from Fur. Like, he wasn't able to clear out the A site completely to give him the info that it was clear, but as soon as they start the XE out towards B, they take another duel up for Showtime. Fur's just able to sort of sneak in the backlines, get in towards CT spawn, into the backlines of B, and get the 7th round up for the T side now.
USP is out for Heroic. Pistol and conversion going well. The rifle's not so much, and the heavy investment leaves not enough in the tank to go for another rebite. Fur spraying through. Initial contact out towards the B campaign. But not seeing anything other than just that first contact. It's very passive from the CT side.
They're just trying to work together, really. Make sure that they've got a bit of a unit set up, that if there's a way in which the T start overextending, they can potentially get a kill, drop an AK, and try and recover that into the next round. But for Imperial, another good read. They're walking into B. It's completely open.
AK ready for Fur. Slow facing up, Fastin. Playing in towards the B site, where again the CT side are just nowhere to be seen. Extends so far against Down, catches information, catches the angle, doesn't get the kill on him. Forced to fall back here to CT side. Tries if they can force it into the B play, try to get a retake in. Fastin just spraying through, getting tagged up by some dinks, but even more damage returned by the sprays, and now Fur's left to get the cleanup frags. It's Down caught first. It's in there's a couple of players as well. Response, but yeah, the AK doesn't seem to stay in. Maybe Cadian actually might be able to hold on to this with a second kill, but now Fastin's close and gets traded, actually. So, decent damage done for this eco.
I don't really know why Imperial, or at least Heroic, were in a position in which the T-side just gave them so much of a hunt, right? You can understand that once they lose that first player, Fur, they do want to at least back him up to make sure that no AK is being saved, but they throw so much into that on the hunt that they end up losing a massive amount to what is really just a basic eco. So for Heroic, you're going to be banging with that one. You've got an AK, you've got a few kills, and for Imperial, the one thing they really need going for them into this T side is just farming up money, and unfortunately, Jade, that's not the round to do so.
Yeah, no money for anything. Rebuy will come in for Heroic at least, so they have that AK being saved, which bolstered up a little bit more. For Mars out for Shush, however, is going to be the slight... standard AKs and AWPs out as well for Imperial. And Smoke's in to suppress from the A main entrance. Shush is going to try wrapping a donut. Oh, sorry, not donut, at a main, excuse me. Falling away from Showtime here as he realizes there is resistance on the CT side.
A little bit more counter utility coming down out towards the ramp position at B. Stown just trying to see if he can get some pop shots and some burst shots in, trying to see if he can tag up any players, try and force them a little bit more defensively. But for Heroic, they've actually maintained a bit of aggression in the early rounds, and now they've fallen back and actually gone quite passive and starting a pretty heavy lean out towards the A site, in fact.
Minute 2 the clock. Slow walking still from Imperial, being very careful in this. Getting forced back at the AWP. Now backup has arrived to the backlines, but Stown gets caught. Doesn't get fragged though. Shot missed out. M4's in. Flash is coming over. Showtime will catch off Refresh with his back turn, thinking that mid's completely clear. Cadian does get one response, meanwhile on the B defensive. And still held back, ready for another player to face him. It looks like Parson might give him his wish. And indeed, the kill comes in as a secondary pick back for the AWP. 25 seconds. The bomb's got to commit right now here. 4-on-3 scenario. Heroic have the time advantage. Imperial just waiting for this backstab to complete for Showtime. Maybe he can catch someone else, but Cadian still finds another kill. 3 to his name. Tessa's head completely missed out by Showtime. He does find the frag in the end, but 7 seconds. The bomb's got to commit right here. So long as Stown holds position, gets that frag. It's round done here for Heroic. 12-8 to the CT board.
Oh, what a round coming through from Heroic, even dealing with one of the players after time. And in that whole position, it just seemed for Imperial, they were just too slow. They were waiting for that backstab to come in from Showtime, waiting for it to find Impact, and the Impact man had to be Cadian. So many kills with that AWP. 10 seconds when Showtime just got that kill to try and get the bomb towards the site, running that clock far too late, and as soon as Stown denies the bomb from going down, that round is over. Oh, getting hyped about that one.
Yeah, they are very happy with that. Heroic have kind of decimated Imperial's economy here. Kriegs, Galils, Deagles inbound for the T side line. ZQK will get that first kill on Refresh past the smoke, but Stown there against Fur. Come up with a 4v4 and a HP advantage for Heroic as well.
Good to see a bit of emotion being shown by the Danes, really getting fired up in what is the opening game for them in IEM Summer. Imperial just getting that boost over towards the lane position, trying to see if they can catch off any aggressive CT players, but it's very, very comparable in the difference between the two sides and how they played CT. Imperial were all about that relentless aggression, getting so far up close, where Heroic have been so much further passive.
Oh, nice nade onto the Imperial side as well, and Heroic are working well with this passive control. Like, the damage is coming in, the kills are found confidently. But Imperial's playstyle has been having effect. This is the closest game we've seen so far here on the B stream. One of the first times that the favorites have been challenged particularly heavily. No single digits for Imperial if they get their way. Shush, however, finds his way on Fastin. Great kill. AK swing out. Flashback's perfect. The transfer's a little bit awkward on Showtime, but Stown's there to bail out the trade, leaving it all to Showtime with the Galil in hand. Finds one more good kill to instate damage, but not to instate the round.
Really good off angle being held there from Shush, and what I love is that how, even after that first contact, he doesn't just swing wide, instead he waits for the util to come to him, waits for more impact to be able to shine, and for Imperial, they had some decent trades out for the mid position, but it was just the spray transfer.
Now 5 rounds of difference. Heroic in full control of this. The eco out for Imperial is going to rush down towards the B site. AK Tessa is ready or not. Falls back a little bit to a bit more of a slightly more passive angle. The bomb plant could be secured because of this here, but 2 kills coming the way. The AK third and fourth. Actually still on the way, one on Starn's part. So Imperial get what they could have gotten there. Bomb plant secured and all. Heroic. Mention that passive style again. It can be exploited in certain cases, and that is one of the prime examples.
A nice little retake there coming in for the Heroic. A little bit of a cash injection with that bomb plan, but up to 14. And for Imperial, they had such a juicy lead to be able to start off 5-1 on their CT campaign, but now it just feels like Heroic is starting to come into their own, really getting some dominance under themselves, and 14 up means that they are 2 rounds away from being able to convert this best of 1 into a victory.
Rifles back in for Hero, the SMG on Refresh, and the AK is being brought down by Imperial's extra money. Fastin flashed out of position. SMG of Refresh gets super duper close. Tesses finds that kill, and now Heroic go aggressive and they find success because of it. Immediately dealing with the B half of the map. Mid control got to be established by Imperial.
The change of pace that Imperial just weren't ready for at all. Heroic just running their way down from ramp, getting so up close and personal. First trying to make a little bit of a play quite deep in the mid position. Shush hasn't quite found the angle. First been able to do some damage now.
And the CT shoulder just peeking out a little bit too far there. Fur looking for the second pick on Tesses. 2 HP away from doing so. That nade should finish off the job. And yes, indeed, he goes down. 4-on-3, 3-on-3 as Refresh pushes through the smoke and makes it successful this time. Incendiaries and flashes forward. Refresh looks back down in the mid control, catches ZQK. 2K for the CT. AK And 50 seconds to the clock as the M4 Stown catches off the bomb carrier of Shao. In the mid position now, Showtime's got to try and grab that bomb once again. He's going to rotate into the back lines, try to catch off Stown here towards window, but he's got everything else to deal with. Catches that player off guard, does not get the kill for it. Smoke back down, Stown defending. Sees to on rotate as well, and in the end, Stown finds the 2K.
A beautiful round in from Stown, just being able to give him a little bit of a shoulder, but not losing that fight, just falling back, creating himself a little bit of an angle. 15 on the board now for the Danes, 1 round away from continuing their journey in the upper bracket. And for Imperial, you've got to wonder, Jay, what have they got left in the tank for the Brazilians?
It's not a bad question. It's not a bad question at all. They've got a fantastic start on the CT side, but their T half has only been 2 rounds good so far, so 7 map points for Heroic to work off of. Galil's in, AKs, Mac 10s and all. Very broken by coming in from Imperial. A very, very disastrous situation overall. First facing forward, AWP gaining, finds 1, refresh, lines up 2 kills down, comes up with one of his own, and creeps in the backstab to close out the last 16-8 for Heroic. Maybe shaky at certain points, but they come out with the all-important win.